put your hand up if your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend or even your current partner has ever blamed you for their cheating. And they say things like, if you hadn't done ABC, I wouldn't have cheated. If only you did more of this or that, maybe I wouldn't have cheated. You see all of this? I did this because of you. Now you see, in that moment, you start to doubt yourself. And you start to ask yourself a series of questions like, what did I do wrong? Or what did I do to lead them to do this? Or was it me? And then when we start to accept what they did, we start to ask ourselves another kind of self-blame questions like, how come I didn't know? How come I didn't realize this sooner? Or how could I have missed all these signs? Or how could I have been so stupid and naive? We start to blame ourselves for not paying enough attention to all these red flags that were right in front of us. We start to blame ourselves for not being more alert or for not picking up on a sign or a hint when we saw one. Listen, I've learned one thing. You can give your partner a million reasons to be faithful and they'll find one reason to cheat. Now, I understand intense and conflicting emotions run wild at this point, like guilt, shame, self-doubt, embarrassment, rejection, revenge, bitterness, isolation, insecurity, anxiety, depression, suspicion, the inability to trust, cognitive dissonance, loss of identity, and the one key emotional response to experiencing cheating, which I would like to address here, is the response of shame. Most people who have had a partner betray them respond immediately by feeling two things: guilt and shame. Now, guilt is the belief that I have done something wrong. Shame is the belief that there is something wrong with me. Now, both emotions are driven by the subconscious belief that the act of cheating by the other person is somehow my fault. There is something wrong with me. I'm not good enough, right? I'm not complete. I wasn't enough. I couldn't satisfy or complete or make my partner happy. And the other people are more attractive than I am, etc, etc. Hey, listen. You can't control and determine the other person's responses and behaviors. You can't control their reactions. You can't control what they do. We can influence other people. We can even inspire them. However, we never make decisions or choices for other people or for our partners. Everyone is personally responsible and accountable for his or her actions. That's why it's important that you genuinely look at how you've been showing up in the relationship. For example, what was happening in the relationship for you when he cheated or when she cheated? Were you present? Were you playing your part as a wife or a husband? 2, what was happening in the relationship for your partner? Were they feeling neglected, abandoned? Did they try to communicate and you would shut them out, etc.? Were their emotional needs being met for both partners? Were they being met? Please note that these questions are not designed to be an excuse or justification for cheating. They are designed to help you release yourself from self-blame, guilt, or shame, especially if you've been trying to play your part. You deserve to know that no matter how much a relationship goes wrong, it's not a justification for your partner to cheat on you. You deserve someone who is honest enough to have a real conversation with you and tell you about the problems that have been going between you two and discuss them with you. You deserve for them to actually tell you whether they want to continue with you or not. I mean, why cheat if you can just leave? You can always just go. So I hope the other person who has been cheated on doesn't start blaming themselves for this. Because you deserve to know that choosing to see the good in the people you love and taking a leap of faith in them is not stupidity or naivety. In a relationship, I mean, you must trust. You must give your partner benefit of the doubt. So against the mass, you shouldn't go like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Oh my, no, you're not. You did the right thing. Okay, you played your part. All right. I need you to realize that you don't need to keep blaming yourself in different ways for something that wasn't even your doing. Now, I hope after dwelling all over this and after being stuck for a while in this chain of thoughts, I hope you realize that no matter how much you exhaust your mind from thinking these thoughts, what happened was never your fault. Never. Okay? You deserve to hear this. And you deserve to say it to yourself loud and clear. Right? You shouldn't blame yourself for something that you didn't even do in the first place. If you need help to ever get over a breakup, betrayal or cheating, I hope you consider a private session with me, our one-on-one session with me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.